Hey, it's Noel Mathias from Mortgage 360. I'm here with my good friend Will Ramadan, also known as DJ Knowledge, world famous DJ to the stars, Ariana Grande, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, The Weeknd, the list goes on and on. I'm excited because we get to sit down and talk to Will today about social media, online marketing, networking. I mean, a lot of the reason why he's become so famous is because of one, his networking skills, and two, because of his social networking skills. And we're planning on putting a seminar together on September 18th to talk about just that. How do you use social networking in order to build your business and build your reputation, not only online, but with the people in your community? So, I got a few questions. They're all here on the Mac. We're going to go through and ask them and really just kind of get your take on a few things. So, first of all, so cool that you can join us in Calgary right now, because I know you're just away. You were in Europe.
Yeah.
With Ariana Grande. What was it like being on tour with Ariana?
Simultaneously amazing and terrifying. I mean, I was playing to 20,000 people, and I'd never been literally thrust on a stage all by myself in foreign countries. So it was a whole different experience in that sense, and I had to be really prepared. I did a lot of background research, finding out about my audience. And believe it or not, that's where the lines between performance and marketing and networking, like you were saying, really start to get blurry now, because it's just so important. There's so much information out there, and how do you filter out what you need and what works? And I was able to put that into my performance, and that's why Live Nation has me do the caliber stuff that I do with them.
No kidding. When you go away, when you're on tour with Ariana Grande, you're doing the stuff on the actual tour. You're doing nightclubs and whatnot at the same time. How do you fit your marketing and your social media strategies into that?
Well, it's critical to get that message out to a targeted audience. I mean, it's an attention economy now. It's all about finding the right people and learning how to convey your message to them. So, the beauty of social media today is you are able to do that. There are tools that are available now that you can laser target. So I can actually make a specific ad, knowing exactly how to not just hit the right people, but do it at minimal cost. I mean, there's so many options. How do you know what works, number one, and how do you keep those costs down to what you need them to be?
Do you find it changes frequently?
All the time.
Is the stuff you're using like 2 or 3 years ago? You were on tour with Jay-Z and Beyonce 3 years ago, right? Do you find the stuff that worked then compared to the stuff that works like recently with Ariana? Do you find that it's similar, or has a lot changed?
It's similar, but it literally builds on a continual basis. So, the tools that I used 3 years ago, the nice thing about Facebook and Instagram is they're constantly evolving, and there are new tools. Snapchat's got their geo-targeted filters. You want to always stay on top of that, and that's why it's good to have a strong background knowledge. So, when we have this seminar, I'm going to teach people just the mindset to have. How to understand what's going on, what's behind the scenes. I'm going to peel the curtain back between Facebook and Google, and understand how it's really Clash of the Titans. And you and I, as both consumers and users of Facebook ads, benefit from that.
Totally. How do you find it's going to? How do you think it's going to be different than what realtors, mortgage brokers, even marketing people? We have a bunch of DJs that have interest in the seminar. How do you think it's going to be different than what they've already learned?
I mean, when I look at what's available to people, and I look at the conventional thinking, without sounding harsh, it's what everybody's doing. And is it effective? I don't want to say it's ineffective. It's just not giving you that competitive edge. You're not going to get any further ahead by, Googling or YouTubing advice on what to do. You're going to be overwhelmed with information. You're not going to know what works and what doesn't. So I've spent over $25,000 on Facebook ads.
Amazing.
So, you learn a thing or two. And, I'm obsessed with two things: reaching the people I want to reach and getting my costs as low as possible. So, the first thing you're going to learn in our seminar is how to go from paying 10 cents a click to less than 1 cent per click. You're going to learn how to what's called retarget those people. So once you find the right people, it's about boosting that message to those people. And Facebook has these tools. And now you can learn them online, but it's very convoluted, the message. There's literally so many options, and I think that's part of the problem is people don't know what works and what doesn't. So, you know, in my seminar, I'm going to condense that information. You're going to know exactly what to use.
Nice.
I'm going to go, forget all this stuff.
Totally.
It doesn't work.
Totally.
You're going to be throwing your money away.
Yeah.
So I want people to get value out of this. I mean, you know, the simple math is if it helps a realtor or anybody get one more sale,
Mm-hmm.
it's well worth the price of admission.
Totally. Well, by the sounds of it, taking it from 10 cents down to a penny, it sounds like it's 10 times returned. We're not talking about one sale, we're talking about hopefully 10, 15, 20.
You got it.
What I love about this is this isn't just some dude who's going to come in with all the tricks and techniques and things and trying to sell social media. You're a DJ by trade.
Right.
And you've become an amazing DJ, one, because of your skill set, but also because of your marketing abilities. Now let's transfer that over to real estate mortgages and to the business world, and let's talk about what actually works, rather
Right.
than just trying to sell a product like most people who are talking about.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes us such a good
Yeah.
team. You know exactly what real estate agents need to know. We've gone over this material ourselves, and what we want people to know is, you know, whether you're a real estate agent, like you said, or you're a DJ, you know, whether you're selling potato chips or microchips, the essence is knowing your audience and knowing what their needs are, and conveying your credibility and your success. And that's a huge part of marketing. Is you went back to it. I mean, I'd like to say I'm a pretty talented DJ, but I wouldn't be where I'm at without the marketing, without being able to convey that to the right people and in the right way. I really believe that we exist in an era now of the greatest ROI in marketing history if you know what you're doing. And that's because, you know, I'm a huge believer in the soft sell. You know, Facebook, nobody goes on Facebook to purchase real estate services. But
They haven't invented the Amazon click buy me now button for real estate yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something we can work
Maybe
on.
one day.
Right? But the beauty of that is if someone's thinking about buying a house and their news feed has your information going down their news feed, subconsciously they're picking that up.
Totally.
And it might not be that they're going to purchase it today, might not be tomorrow, might not be in a month, but 6 months from now. This is where the power of this really lies, is knowing that you're developing these clients over the long term.
You're developing relationships with people you don't even know yet, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the strategy.
So when these people call you, they've already got in depth, they've already read your website, they've already been reading your information. And, you know, we show people, just as a DJ, you know, I do believe that people are given a lot of incorrect information online. You know, they tell you to blog constantly, and I mean, that's a lot of work. So that's another huge part of the seminar, is how to minimize that work. You know, because who wants to work on content when you can spend time with your family?
Absolutely.
Right? So
Absolutely.
it's going to be focused on exactly what is going to convey your expertise.
Yeah, absolutely. What we always say in our business is, you know, if you took all the advice of all the social media commentators and the guys who are trying to sell you the social media services, trying to sell you the blogging services, the websites and everything else, you do everything they say, you can spend a lot of time behind a computer in your pajamas not selling any real estate.
That's exactly it. And that's the same thing with me as a DJ. You know, so that's a huge part of this course. Is I'm a huge believer in DIY. So I want people to do this themselves. I want to empower people by knowing exactly what to do. And I really believe the mindset's important too, to understand how Facebook, you know, I give them a lot of credit for really honing their platform and selling in a way that is the soft sell, which is actually far more powerful in the long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna start selling some tickets here. Looks like it's gonna be Toolshed Brewery where we're gonna be doing the seminar. Might change, but looks like it's gonna be that. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love doing this. I've done DJ seminars. This will be our first one for locally here. So we're offering a friends and family deal.
Yeah.
You know, we want everybody to walk away from this absolutely excited to use the tools that we're going to teach them, and, you know, most importantly, sell more houses.
Absolutely. And we're gonna keep this limited to the first 20 people for now. Looks like the price is going to be around $129. If it's not, we can edit that out afterwards in post.
So yeah, I think the first one we're going to keep at a low price. So if you get in on the first class, we're going to do rock bottom price, basically covering our costs. And then we might open it up for a second class. I think we're going to bump up the price. So if you want to join us.
Yep, absolutely. Mortgage 360 is going to pick up a little bit of the bill here for travel and stuff like that in order to make this feasible. The reality is, it costs a heck of a lot of money to get Will to come and DJ. We're going to try to negotiate him down to just his DJ rate, but
Yeah.
but yeah, we think that $129 is going to be worth the value, and if you don't get that out of it, we'll gladly give you your money back. Just let us know.
For sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Thanks for coming.